Hello students. So we will continue with the previous chapter, atoms and molecules. I hope you have understood whatever I explained you. I hope you know how to calculate a molecular mass. And students, please learn the symbols, okay? And follow the rules of writing the symbols, okay? So otherwise, other portion you will not understand. And this is the basic of chemistry, okay? If you don't understand this thing, then other portion may become difficult for you, or class 10 you may have to face slight difficulty. So children, what is molecules of elements? I told you that in the element is made up of only atoms, and these atoms, they combine together and they form a molecule. So these molecules are bigger than the atoms, but in elements the molecules are same. All the molecules are same. Example like hydrogen, you can see here, oxygen, nitrogen. So hydrogen molecule means what? In an element hydrogen, the small, it consists of similar type of particles, and these particles are hydrogen molecules. And you can see in the picture also, in hydrogen, one hydrogen atom have combined together to form a hydrogen molecule. And you can see in the nitrogen molecule also, one nitrogen atom has combined to form a nitrogen molecule. So in an element, nitrogen is the element. So here nitrogen atoms, they combine together to form nitrogen molecule, because nitrogen atoms are unstable. So they combine together and they form nitrogen molecule. As like I can give you one example, as we cannot stand in one leg, we cannot stand on one leg for a long time. We are unstable, we may fall down. So what happens, we then we can stand nicely or with both the legs, okay? So same way the atoms, they cannot exist independently, so they combine together with other atoms and they become stable, okay? You can see even in the oxygen also, one oxygen atom, they combine together to form oxygen molecule. So here oxygen atom, nitrogen atom or hydrogen atoms, okay, they combine, since they are unstable, so they combine to form the molecules, and the elements are those which contain same type of atoms or same type of molecules. Now molecules of compound. So in molecules, compound, as you all know, what are the compounds? Compounds, it consists of different elements. There are more than one different element joined to form a compound. And like water is a compound. So water is a compound, means it consists of large number of particles, okay, and these particles are the atoms from different elements which are chemically combined together. For example, you can see here, first you take the example of hydrochloric acid, HCl, or hydrogen chloride. So it is a compound, because here hydrogen atom of hydrogen element and chlorine atom of chlorine element have joined together. They have chemically combined to form a particle which is bigger than hydrogen and chlorine atom, called as molecule. Now this molecule consists of hydrogen atom and a chlorine atom which are chemically combined. Understood? And there is more than one atom, so we call it as a molecule, and the size is bigger. So in hydrogen chloride, okay, let us say in hydrogen chloride, it is made up of molecules, particles called as molecules, which are hydrogen chloride molecules. As you can see in the case of water also. In water also, that is H2O. So in water is a compound because it is made up of two elements. It is made up of the atoms of two elements, that is hydrogen and oxygen. So the hydrogen atom from hydrogen element and oxygen atom from oxygen elements, they combine together, they are chemically bonded to form water molecules. So in water, it consists of large number of particles, and these particles are what? These particles are water molecules, and here the size is bigger than that of individual hydrogen and oxygen atoms, okay? So here you can see, this is water, two hydrogen atoms, okay, they have combined with one oxygen atoms, and it forms H2O. Or you can see in the other picture also, this red color is oxygen, and here two hydrogen atoms have chemically combined. These three are chemically bonded and they form molecule, and this molecule is H2O molecule. As you can see here, one oxygen and two hydrogen, they have chemically bonded, okay, and they are forming H2O. What is this H2O? This is one molecule which consists of one oxygen and two hydrogen atoms. So total there are three atoms, and I have told you earlier also, more than one atom, it is a molecule. So please students, understand this basic thing properly. If you have any doubt, you can ask from me. What is an ion? In detail about ions we will discuss in the next chapter also, okay. Ion is a charged species of particle is called as an ion, which is a positively or a negatively charged. The positively charged species is called cation, like sodium. Now you see, if I write Na, this is the formula of sodium. Na, this is sodium atom. But atoms are unstable. So if this sodium will have a charge on it, you can see here it is having plus charge. Charge is there, positive charge is there. So now it is called as an ion. Atoms having charge are called as ions, and here it is having positive charge, so it is called as cation. Okay. Now you can see the negatively charged species are called anions. For example, chlorine. You can see Cl. On top no charge is there, so we call it as an atom. But when it will have a charge, then it is called as an ion. And when it will have a negative charge, then it is called as an anion. Okay. Now you can see another polyatomic ions. What are polyatomic ions? They are the charged species which have more than one atoms. Like you can see here in NH4, which is called as ammonium ion. You can see here there is one nitrogen atom and there are 4 hydrogen atoms. So total how many atoms are there? There are 5 atoms. And you have studied monoatomic, diatomic, tetratomic, triatomic and polyatomic. So if the ion has more than one atom, we call it as a polyatomic, and since it has a charge, we call it as an ion. So this is a polyatomic ion because polyatomic, why? It has more than one atom, and ion because it has positive charge over it. Again you can see the picture here. Ammonium ion, you can see in the center there is N and on sides there are H, and it has a charge which is called as polyatomic ion. Okay. Now students, refer page 37, table 3.6. So here the name and symbols of ions are given, and just go through the name and symbols of all the ions. Okay, and remember it. It is very, very important. Now if you want to write the formula of any compound, how you will write? If I say write the formula of hydrogen chloride, how you will write hydrogen chloride? If I ask you to write the formula of carbon dioxide, how you will write? So what is the molecular formula? Molecular formula is the representation of a molecule. Okay, like water, hydrogen chloride molecule. So how you will show hydrogen molecule? So that is shown by using a formula. So molecular formula is the representation of the molecule that uses chemical symbols to indicate the type of atoms, followed by subscripts to show the number of atoms of each type of molecule. So what does molecular formula shows? It shows us it is the representation of the molecule, and that molecule uses different elements or different chemical symbols of elements which shows the number of atoms. That is the molecular formula. Now how we write molecular formula? There are certain rules to write the molecular formula. First of all, in the compound, what we do? We write the symbol of the elements. Okay. In order to write the molecular formula, first we will write the symbols of the elements. And if in the compound, if there is a metal and a non-metal, then first we write the symbol of a metal and then we write the symbol of a non-metal. Okay, you can see here the rules of writing symbols. So NaCl. So NaCl here, Na is a metal and Cl is a non-metal. Another example is CaO. So Ca is a metal and O is a non-metal. So first thing which we do is this: first we write the symbol of the element. Okay, and in the second, in the compound, if there is a metal also, if there is a non-metal also, then first we write metal followed by non-metal. Okay. Now in the compound which is formed with polyatomic ions, if a compound has a polyatomic ions like NaNO3, let us see, or you can see here the example PbNO3. So in a compound with a polyatomic ion, the ion is enclosed within the bracket before writing the number to indicate the ratio. And if the polyatomic ion is 1, then bracket is not required. So if the compound consists of polyatomic ion, then what is done? That polyatomic ion is enclosed within the bracket. Okay. And if polyatomic ion is 1, then bracket is not required. Now how we will write the formula? Let us write the formula of hydrogen chloride. So what is the first step which we will do? First we will write the symbols of the elements. Now there are two elements, one is hydrogen and another one is chlorine. So you can see here in A, the hydrogen symbol is H and chlorine symbol is Cl. Now B part, what we do after writing the symbols of the elements, we write the valencies. Valencies will be given to you, but more in detail about valency we will study in next chapter. Okay, so just for the time being, I will give you the valency, but after I explain you what is valency, you are expected to write the valency on your own. So here the valency of hydrogen is +1 and the valency of chlorine is -1. So first we write the symbols of the elements, then we write the valencies of the elements. Then third, we crisscross the valencies. For example, you will write here hydrogen, you will write here chlorine. Now what is the valency of hydrogen is +1, that you will write below hydrogen. And what is the valency of chlorine, that is -1, that you will write below chlorine. And then we crisscross the valencies. You can see here, crisscross means the valency of chlorine will be given against hydrogen and the valency of hydrogen will be given against chlorine. For example, you can see H1 I have written. So this one is actually the valency of chlorine. Then I have written Cl1. So this Cl1 is the valency of hydrogen. But generally 1 we don't write, so we will write HCl. So the formula of hydrogen chloride is HCl. Now we will see another example. Write the formula of aluminium oxide. Now first we will write the symbols. Symbol of aluminium is Al and symbol of oxygen is O. Then second we write the valencies of aluminium and oxygen. So the valency of aluminium is 3 and the valency of oxygen is 2. Now we will write the valencies of the elements or the atoms. Now you see here, this is aluminium, this is oxygen. Just below aluminium we will write the valency of aluminium, that is 3, and just below oxygen we will write the valency of oxygen, which is 2. Now we crisscross the valencies. Means the valency of oxygen, that is 2, that will be written against aluminium, and the valency of oxygen, aluminium, which is 3, that will be written against oxygen. You can see here in the formula of aluminium oxide, that is Al2O3. Now here you can see with the red I have written 2 against aluminium. So this 2 is actually the valency of oxygen, which will be written against aluminium, and this 3 is the valency of aluminium, which will be written against oxygen. So the valencies, they are crisscrossed, and the formula of aluminium oxide is Al2O3. We will discuss more problems on writing the chemical formula in next class. Okay students, so if you have any doubt, you can clarify your doubts. Thank you, students.